right now, I'm right inside the heart of Baltimore.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, be more careful.
Yes, sir. I lived out there for 17 years, man. It's a beautiful city, man. The DMV in particular, I love, man. Just hanging out down there. And I've been watching your work, right? And one of the things I wanted to ask you was, since you're from the DC area, you familiar with Meridian Hill and the drum circle they have out there on Sundays?
On Sundays, hold on, I'm trying to think. Hold up, because originally I'm from Queens.
Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. But when people, I always got to do a disclaimer, let people know what's going on. So for me, it's Southside Jamaica, Queens, Queens General Hospital, actually,
right.
PG County, Maryland,
right,
and Washington D.C. So those three places are very instrumental in my life. You know what I mean, making up the Pinder character. You know what I'm saying, person. So I'm still learning different places in and out. I might know like the Meridian Hill thing. I can't think of head.
There's an event. The reason why I say that is an event out there called the Drum Circle. With all the eclectic, artistic people out there. I mean, they throw boomerangs and catch it. They be swinging on. It's crazy out there. But I can picture you out there while that's going on.
Capturing the moment.
Throwing shit together and just look, and then all of a sudden just pop up with something. And then the atmosphere is phenomenal, and that's the reason why I brought it up. But
I gotta check it out. It's
called Drum. It's the Drum Circle in Meridian Hill. I think it's during the summer, but it's every last Sunday of the month. It's Meridian Hill is by, I think, like Avenue T. You familiar with Avenue T? I don't know what part of DC that is. My boy used to drive me down there because I lived in Owens Mills in Baltimore, in Maryland, Baltimore County. So that's why we used to drive out there. But
is that 795?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. 795, 295, huh?
Yes, sir. That's that whole 695 little strip. But let me ask you this, though. How important to you is the human imagination? And the reason why I ask that, because I'm a firm believer in imagination. I think imagination changes things. So as you as an artist, how do you feel about just the human imagination?
The human imagination is very important. I mean, it makes up everything that we are part of today. Like the imagination brought to life these steps that I'm sitting on.
Correct.
Simple things. Imagination brought together when somebody opens a door, alarm goes off. You know what I'm saying? So it's like little different, intricate, detailed different things in life. It took a person with imagination to create it. So for me, I'm a thinker. I definitely use my imagination a lot. I like to sit there and just think and be inspired by different things and see how can I make it come to life. You know what I mean? Like my client, Eddie B, he contacted me because he saw another project that I did before through a mutual friend. Mm-hmm. So he was like, man, I got a lot of wall space for you. You know what I mean? Like, you got it's,
yeah, go crazy.
So, I had to imagine without seeing the space yet how it would look, but I knew when I got here, it was an open canvas for me. You know what I'm saying? So now it's forcing me to like, okay, Dad, what colors I want to use. Imagine.
And you did that project behind you too? Yeah,
that's my piece right here. So I got some other ones on different walls over there too though. And it's a freestyle too. You know what I mean? Like it's I'm piecing together different pieces.
Right.
Go along with the project.
Right.
For when you say imagination, man, it's very important because I had this conversation with somebody the other day, and I was like, man, just imagine if people just think. Just think. Like, nah, just think.
Think.
Like, and I think a lot of times, good or bad, it can affect the situation. Like, you know what I mean?
For sure.
We got a lot of violence out here. We got a lot of things that our culture is dealing with inside our own communities and outside our communities, as far as like the injustice situation thing. So, but I think a lot of times when things happen, a lot of times people don't think. Now the flip side is some things don't require you to think. Some things require you to just kind of like
react.
Just react. You know what I mean? So there's a thin line between what I'm saying. I don't want to get off the wrong information. I think you just have to even think about when you want to activate that brain to either just react or think. So
right.
it goes deeper down, you know what I mean? Like that too. So, but yeah, just thinking and being creative, man, using your imagination, man, it brings a lot of color to life, man. You know,
yes,
it's a beautiful thing to imagine. And it's free.
That's right. And you got it all your life, man. You can use it anytime you want to, man.
Yeah, it's free. You know what I mean? That's the main thing. Like to be diverse as much as possible. You know, I wanna kind of like touch all people as much as possible. I mean, I know our culture the best, you know what I mean? Like, so that's a given. Like, I grew up on hip hop. Of course I'm hip hop, you know what I mean? My cousin, you know what I mean? Like, we found out a couple of years ago that my cousin is Rakim. We found it out, you know what I'm saying? So, think about hip hop.
They don't get more hip hop than that.
Like Jay and Nas came under Rakim, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like,
sir.
So when you think about hip hop, I'm extremely big fans of them guys too. I love them as well. So yes, I am hip hop. I like to think I'm part of jazz too. I like to think that I'm definitely part of R&B soul. You know,
that's right. The whole family.
A whole thing. You know, I spent a lot of years on the road with a soulful guy. You know what I mean?
Right. That's right.
So, you know, and I like all genres of music. You know what I'm saying? Like I like country. I like alternative. You know what I mean? I like YouTube. You know, I like a lot of different things, man. So my paintings, I do like to capture the moment. Again, if you look through my catalog, about 89% is hip hop or our culture. And I say our culture, the Black culture. I'm talking about like R&B, soul, hip hop. So it's like 89% of that. But that's what I know. That's what I'm giving off to the world. But I do, when I can, try to pay homage to other cultures as well. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't block it. But I'm willing to learn too, though. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to spread it out. So yes, I am hip hop, but
yes, sir.
I'll be a little more everything else too. Well, like I say in every interview, right, or most of them, we all start out as artists. That's why we get crayons in kindergarten. I just pretty much kept the crayons in my pocket growing up. You know what I mean? So, my mother, she always recalled when I was 5 years old, she was driving somewhere and she looked at the rear view and I was in there drawing and stuff like that. That's how far back she remember. Me personally, I'm sure I kind of remember probably like sketching and stuff going there, but my breaking point was in like 6th grade when I moved from New York, from Queens. Actually, the last place I lived at was Left Rack.
Okay. Iraq City.
Funny because I moved from 57th Avenue to Left Rack, 57th Avenue in Bladensburg, PG County, Maryland. So it's crazy.
Wow, yeah.
Later on.
You went to Iraq to the Congo in one sense.
And the funny thing about it was another Iraq down there too. You know what I'm saying? Like PG was no joke. You know,
PG was no joke. Yes, sir.
88, 89. So you talking about
the New York years? Yeah, son.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Of course, I was younger, so I wasn't affected by what was going on through the older community.
Right.
As far as like the drug wars and things like that, but I was very much around it. Like I got older family members and things like that. So, but I remember like I said, 6th grade. My older cousin used to show me how to do graffiti, right? And he's 5 years older than me, so you figure how old are you in 6th grade? Was that like 11, 12?
11. So yeah, so he's 11? Like 17 or so.
Yeah, so he was like 17. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So he's like 17 teaching me. I'm talking about we was going like hours at a time, learning how to do graffiti letters, the stipple, like the dots and stuff. I became nasty with it too. I'm talking about like doing dots, like a billion dots. You know, when you're younger, you got a lot of patience for a lot of different things.
That's right.
I can't see myself doing the dots now because I'm like, yo, I mean, I would love to do it just for self, but me personally, like, as long as it take me to do dots on a piece of paper, I can get this joint done right here. And I gotta go to the, you know what I'm saying? Like, my life is a little different right now, but you know, I can make time for it. But I remember getting lessons like that, you know, and getting nice into my drawing and markers and blowing the marker and making a splash effect on the joint. I was 11 years old.
Right.
So I kind of became like the man in school for my drawing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, hold up. I painted my way through school, like for real. From my craft, my God-given craft, I built so many relationships. I traveled so many places later on in life, but at a younger age, I was just cool with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I drew my name on my Trapper Keeper back in the days, and then it went on, little shorty here, like, yo, can you do? So it became, you know what I'm saying, a ripple effect throughout the school, whatever. So and a lot of those people I'm still cool with to this day. You know what I mean? Whether I've seen them in years or not, you know what I mean? We still family. So which leads me to tell you about. I'll tell you that in a second. But sixth grade, I'm doing graffiti on books and stuff like that, drawing. Then it went into middle school, which I did the school yearbook, and I did a mural, my first mural in my technology class. So that was dope, you know, seeing my work on the wall in the school, you know.
Right, that's you, that's me.
Yeah, like that was pretty dope, you know what I'm saying? So
that's
then
hot.
after that, going into high school, getting into like the higher art classes, things like that. So I was known as being the top one of the top guys in art in the school. You know what I mean? We had in our class, we had some great artists, but my name definitely was in the bag for that, and my name was in the bag for spitting.
That's right. That's right.
I don't really say that a lot. You know what I mean?
See, yeah, it's coming out of you.
But I was that dude I was the dude at the lunchroom table. You know what I'm saying? Along with my other friends that was nice with it. We used to beatbox and they used to beatbox. We used to rap at the table and things like that. So, but that's hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a Nas, Mobb Deep fan, Queens. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's right.
So many. I really didn't want to name anything because I know I'm leaving out a whole lot of people that I love and respect as well. But so going through school, it was art, and then I graduated from school. I had a couple of jobs, jewelry stores, sneaker stores, things like that, right? My last job that I had was at FedEx. I was a driver for FedEx for 5 years. Hard labor.
Especially in the wintertime. So, cold.
I was one of the best to ever do it with FedEx, man. I was on my route, selling shirts and art and everything. Everybody on my route loved me, yo. Everybody. Everybody loved me, right? And I was the only person that had I broke the barriers about wearing braids at FedEx. I was the first person to ever wear braids like legally.
Right.
In DC.
That's
me and my man Dwayne, he has locks to this day. We both had, you know what I mean? We both fought the system and we beat it. I ended up cutting my hair later on, but that was on my turn, you know what I'm saying? But
right. I felt good.
FedEx in New York Avenue, DC, they need to have a statue of me with my braids there. There's people there right now with their hair and everything, and they able to wear it. You know what I mean? But we was the first ones. He had the locks, and I had the braids. You know, with the company, whatever. But I was on my route, making friends and relationships and things like that with everybody. I'm talking about lawyers and the clerks and everybody. I was just cool with everybody. Selling mixtapes and
hustling.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like at the time, like a brother of mine, Raheem DeVaughn, you know, he we're gonna get to that in a second too. But
yes, sir.
You know, he had a couple of independent groups too, you know what I mean, the Crossroads and Urban Ave 31 and things like that. So I was moving CDs on the route, you know what I mean? I didn't see nothing wrong with it. It was positive music, you know, I'm doing something good.
That's right. So Raheem DeVaughn sung at my man's wedding I went to in DC, man. It's a cool, real brother, man.
Yeah. Bro, that's a bro right there, man. Real soulful, man. But I'll fast forward to his situation. 2002, the year my daughter was born, I gave FedEx 2 weeks. I quit on December 23rd. and from December 23rd, I believe January 6th or 7th was my first show. My first time getting on the plane as an adult, going to our show. We had a show in Ohio, and that's when I started touring with Raheem. And I've been on the road with him for, I want to say, like 16 years. You know,
wow.
We did a good 16-year run.
That's a run, yeah, son.
I'm talking about it was just me and him sometimes, me, him, and the manager. A lot of times, me, him, and the band. Me, him, you know what I mean? It was a lot of different variations of how when you book Raheem, it's either you're going to host a show at a club, and he on a mic, and you'll still see me there on the easel getting in. You know what I mean? Like my pen and pad and paint came everywhere. So it you know, it allowed me to travel to different countries, man, different cities and TV shows, and you know, I'm definitely humbled by that experience, man. It's talking a lot, you know. So that That's good times, man. Good times.
So let me ask you. With that being said, how was it rocking the stage with your cousin, and then still doing you was doing your thing too?
Nah. It was crazy because we always been cool for I would say I want to say we go back like 12 years. I could be off a little bit, give or take, whatever. I want to say we go back around that time. So when I first met him, of course, I met him through being at one of the shows, and I think I did a shirt for him or something and presented to him. Yo, Rob, I always grew up on Rob because, you know, for me as a young person, it was Rakim and it was Big Daddy Kane. That was like the two. You know,
it was Ron Karras one.
Rap Karras one and all the group. But I think them two were the ones that was like put together like a J and Oz for the most part.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So, and my cousin from Brooklyn, right? My cousin Black, he was a big Rakim fan. And honestly, growing up as a kid, like I learned about rock. I was Big Daddy Kane, but I knew a lot about him through. I knew a lot about Rakim, who's my cousin that I found now through my cousin, my cousin Black, whatever. So we used to always
because he was a fan.
He was a big fan, so we used to always kind of compare. You know what I mean? Boom, boom. I was younger, like Kane, boom, boom. So
that's right.
It was dope though, but I did know at a young age though that they both was extremely great artists and musicians, right? And it really was hard to really decide who's better. At the end of the day, man, I think it's just like it's like everybody affected differently. You know what I'm saying? Like you could get something from every situation. So I don't think there's no who's better. I just think that it's what you get from either or to help you in your life and how you move, whatever. Who affects you most? So yeah. So to fast forward to how I felt rocking on stage with my cousin. By this time, we didn't find out till like 3 years ago. Like about 3-4 years ago. Now we found out we were related. But prior to that, we was always cool. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right. So it developed over time, and then you find out like, that was cousins too. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was the plus. He said, "Man, get out." So when you're on stage now, he be like, "Yo, shout out to my cousin." Or he say, "Yo, shout out to Peekaso, man. He do a lot of stuff for the community, man, the hip hop and our culture, man. And he nice." And I ain't just saying that because that's my cousin either. And everybody start laughing, you know what I mean? So,
that's right. You know, Rob put that stamp on it, son. That's it. It's official.
Like you get stamped by the God MC, man. Like you doing a good.
It's a rap. That's right.
And I came across a lot of people, bro. Like a lot, man. I'm talking about a lot of people in this culture. So I know why I'm at where I'm at now, and I know why I didn't have what I didn't have. I think God wanted me to do a lot of things on my own personal grind and meet all these people, my own different things. So then later on, if it's the time to celebrate me, then that's cool, whatever. But by then, I would have all these people that I've built relationships with on my own grind. That's right. If I was nice and art and I would have got signed 15 years ago, I probably had the money. You know what I'm saying? I'd probably boom. But then everybody after that, I probably have been meeting because I was signed. You know what I mean? I would have been in. For me, it's the reverse. Like I'm still treating it like I'm the new person in the industry when I've done know these people for like 10, 15, 20 years. Like
it's your journey. It's your journey that you're on. That's right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy when I look back when I got like a lot of my peers and my friends and family are like legendary people. You know what I'm saying? Like these are my real people. You know what I'm saying? Where I could jump on the phone call. I could call Anthony Hamilton. You know what I'm saying? Like my brother Omari Hardwick, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so many and people that I don't speak to every day, but when I see them, it's all love. Like
it's all love.
I could be in Mars. If I see MC Light, she's like, "Yo, Piekaso, what you doing here?"
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like these are like my real people. So I've been blessed to build a lot of genuine relationships.
That's right.
My craft, you know what I'm saying, my journey. So I'm humble by that. But to go back to the God MC, man, rocking on stage with him is, it's like it's the same thing every state, man. You got people that just salute him. You got the young people.
Listen, man.
You got people that's from that era.
All you gotta do is throw impeach the president, and the whole crowd is whopping, my niggas.
The whole joint. Then you got, what I'm saying? Like,
bop, breaking your neck. Bop. That's it, son.
Funny thing about it, bro. it was so organic. It happened. So my life is crazy, man. It happened organically. Like, I can't say that I actually looked at somebody and said, yo, of course, people call me Peekaso. I spell it different, Demont Peekaso. I forgot how I even got that name or I started calling myself that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Respect to Pablo Picasso. Like,
all respects due. Right.
You know what I'm saying? One of the greats in the art, the gods of art, you know. But I think I used that name to bring on attention. It was Demont Peekaso. You know what I mean? Like, just to bring attention, and then I just started running with it.
The name jingles a little bit with
yeah. So and then I think I was forced, and I kind of forced myself. I had to live up to that name. Like, you want to use the name
right.
Peekaso, like that's like somebody calling himself, my name's something Jordan on the basketball court. Yo, you better be
show and prove.
Yo, they ain't got no time for no games, man. Like, like, so I think by me using that name over the years, man, I kind of force myself and develop a certain style to be recognizable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely strive to hopefully be in the class as one of the greats. You know what I mean? I put the work in all day long and let the work speak for itself. But I can't say that I pointed at somebody like, yo, I want to be like that. Cause for real, I was, like I said, I was, you know what I mean? I was more so like into the hip hop itself. So if anything, I might have seen an MC or somebody that like, oh, nah, that'd be dope if I was like, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I respect a lot of art gods before me, living presently, you know what I mean? And the ones that's after me, you know what I'm saying? So I respect the culture, period. And I'm influenced by a lot of art that I see daily in the life that I'm around. You know, I got a lot of peers that's that might not have the same a name as a Demont Pinder that rings bell, whatever, what people say, but they equally is just, if not even better than a Demont Pinder. You know what I'm saying? These fighters that get they just do yet, or they like, and that's just for me speaking. It might be somebody that's right outside of me that look at me like, nah, it's you. So that's everybody, you know what I mean? But I like to get roses, like, you know. It's a lot of great artists that I know personally that's out here doing their thing.
You gotta pay homage, man. You gotta pay respects, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up, man. Well, the question I had it on my mind. Let me think. As organic as that is, and you know, we're dealing with the culture of hip hop. We know hip hop, the original hip hop as we know it. Everyone had to be original. I love your project of Juneteenth for how you did Frederick Douglass. I call that cloth art when you're using clothes. You know what I'm saying? But when I seen it, I had to look deep. I said, "Oh shit, is that him in there? There's a dude in there." Yeah, and I made my own name for that piece. It's called "Keep Your Culture on Your Mind," because you're sitting there right at the top of the head, chilling like you're taking a nap. And that's how I love that piece. But you use fashion. My question is, have you ever been asked to do an ad for clothing like Adidas or I don't know, Coogee or Macy's, and used maybe just, you know, a season or a time, or here we are with what we're going through and we're trying to get everyone knowing about their culture as to why you did the Juneteenth joint. Like, have you ever been asked to do a piece like that?
Nah, I haven't. And it might just be timing, you know what I mean? It might just be the right person to see it, maybe, you know what I mean? On Instagram, I probably got about almost 43,000 followers. The right person probably haven't seen it yet. You know what I'm saying? I could be the same person doing it.
I'm thinking of my own design. I'm like, yo, Chanel, we could get some No ID. He could do a No Ideas Original joint, so he could put a sneaker, a Jordan shoe, and a cuff, and
so crazy. But I could be the same artist with like only 100 followers, but inside that 100 followers is that person that's gonna see it. So I never caught up on numbers or how many I have or don't have, whatever. I appreciate that, you know, it's escalating slowly but surely. I just got verified like a week and a half ago, which was, you know, dope. You know what I mean? Like,
that's what's up.
So for people that's, you know, that's in the Instagram world, you know, that's kind of them solidifying. You know what I mean? That's a
putting up there. You're legit.
Yeah, I made it, right? I'm one of them now, but but nah. So, you know, I haven't been contacted yet. Have I thought about collabing with different brands and different ideas, yes. Like I got crazy ideas. I'm just, you
Right.
know, and it might be something that I'm not doing right. I might have to have me or my team reach out to X, Y, and Z and just put it together. Like that's, I mean, that's what I'm starting doing anyway. Just like, yo, what's up? This is what it is.
That Juneteenth piece, and there's other pieces you've done, and I'm looking like he's using a hat. That's a pair of jeans.
Yeah.
That's a sock. But then you're not looking at the clothes. You're looking at the art.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
totally ingenious, my brother. I love that. I love your Black collection. I love your Legends collection. Your Marvin Gaye
Are you on a
joint.
ladder?
Yo, son, forget
Are you
about
on a ladder? Do you get on a ladder, like to actually look down to view it?
Nah. It's
Yeah.
Nah. Oh, nah. You know what? I do get on a ladder, but it's only a step ladder. It's not like something real crazy because it's in my basement. A lot of times I do it, and my ceilings, like I can almost touch my ceiling. You know what I mean? So it's not that tall. So what I do is I do get on like a step ladder, but you gotta tilt your phone almost flat so you can kind of see it.
So you don't angle. Yeah.
The images look different in person than they do on the actual phone. So a lot of times when I'm doing it and taking a picture, I might think I got it, then I take a picture like, that's not it. I gotta make it look right inside the picture.
Inside the frame.
Inside the frame, because when I'm looking at it from here, you could clearly see it. But whatever the camera does when you take a picture, it just gives it a whole different dimension. It's like, that's not right.
Right.
So,
that's right.
I do like 1,000 takes sometimes. Sometimes I get it right there. I gotta go up, take a picture, look at it, and then I can finally rest when I'm like, all right, that's it. When I can take a picture and then look at it, then you know that's what it is. So even like have you saw the George Floyd one?
Saw
Yes,
that,
sir.
that was dope. The Prince joint, like, all of them.
Your whole Black collection. I think you did an entire collection of those who were struck by police brutality. That was ingenious to me. I'm saying to myself, has anyone from any of them camps reached out for that project? Because those are monumental pieces, man. For real, man. Those is dope.
Well, a lot of those pieces I've done on the iPad and acrylic. So I will say, the most recent one was Sarah Grossman. So she's a young white female out of Ohio that passed away, I think like 2 weeks ago. She was an ally for us.
Right.
She was on the front lines, you know, protesting and everything, or being amongst the people protesting too. But she lost her life because she was tear gassed.
Yeah.
So I did a portrait of her, and at the bottom of the portrait I put Sarah Smiles. Then I put like a happy face, but I like that song Sarah Smiles by
Sarah Smiles. Hold on.
So I mean, so I want to give that a little shout out. And then at the top, I put I actually gotta upload some more stuff on it too though. But I put at the top allies. It's funny for me to say though, but it's allies matter, not all lives matter, but it's allies. ALL. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Right.
Allies matter. It's like because her life matters. Like she was out there fighting
on the front line with us.
Seeing the discrimination out there fighting, holding us down.
So I put that on there, and I put a few things. So what I want to get to is I get a message on my Facebook yesterday. Hey, Demont, I just want to say thank you so much. Sarah was my daughter.
Wow.
Her dad had messaged me. You know what I mean? And he found me through her professor, who forwarded the picture to him and everything. So pretty much, you know, things like that just be humbling. It's like, yo, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, he lost his daughter, you know, and he still, I know he's still traumatized by not having his daughter right now, but he still took the time out to
acknowledge.
You know what I mean? So that's crazy.
Let me say this, because you was saying, you was like, maybe I'm not doing the right thing, but earlier you was talking about like all these relationships that you develop organically, man. You doing the right thing. They just, you know, they missing out right now, because I do believe somebody is going to pick it up and be like, damn, like, yo, this is something we definitely need to be doing. That the clothing art, like that blew me away. The other stuff that blows me away is that, you know, a lot of your pieces really speak to like just different social injustice that people have experienced. Like even like all the things that's going on in Baltimore, you know, you go through your Instagram, you see like all of the work that you did around, you know, the young people that lost their life and everything. Like, yo, to me, that's inspiring, because I'm sure there are plenty other things that you could be painting that people probably commission you to paint all these different things and do all this other stuff. But yet you've chosen to actually embrace and go this route with your work. Like, what made you decide to really step to the forefront and begin to do artwork that's really symbolic of what we currently experience, especially out in the DMV?
And if I can piggyback on that, because a lot of his stuff is very like social conscious, man. He captured he's catching the events, the facts. It's almost like photography, documentary type things. You know what I'm saying? So it's dope.
It's now. Like, yo, you're very much in the moment with everything that's going on. I'm like, yo, this is a dude that's on it.
Yes, sir.
Well, again, I like to use the word organically. I don't want to sound corny because you're gonna hear that a lot, but
that's all right.
That's just what it really is, though. You know, I didn't say, you know what, I'm a go this route. I think it just happened, and I felt like I just want to play my part. So unfortunately, when like a lot of things happen, if I'm able to do it at that time and in real time, like I feel like it's a duty. It's like it's something I owe to the world through my gift. You know what I mean? So, it's just kind of hard. Like it's something I honestly want to get out, and I honestly get a enjoyment and kick out of the positive that come from it, as far as like these relationships, these relationships that I'm building. Like it's something that I get out of it when I know I'm presenting something of a loved one that was, tragically,
taken down. Yeah, it's
like
relevant.
even in Oakland, Nia Wilson, the young black female, I think she was either 18 or 21, but she was young. She lost her life by a white male on the train, at the BART train, whatever. He slit her throat out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if they even solved that or whatever, but
probably not.
Immediately went out there like 2 days after. My friend, he has this company called Death to Racism, right? So he had the idea, like, yo, bro, he said, why don't you come out here? So he actually helped me get out there. But when I flew out there, I did a picture at his crib. And then we went down to the train station where it happened at. And we waited there. We actually ran into her family, you know what I mean? Her family members and everything. So her cousin, later on when I flew back home, I'm kind of like fast forwarding the story, whatever, but her cousin later on when I flew back, he was like, yo, bro, he said, yo, man, I appreciate what you did for my family, man. Trust me, you good out here in Oakland, man, with us, bro. So just that, you know what I mean? Like, just to be able to meet new people, like, right then and there and become family with them instantly because of something you did from the heart. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's big to me. Because right now I got peoples in Oakland, for whatever that means. You know what I mean? Through them.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we just met that one time, talked on the phone a couple times, text, whatever, but just off of that initial, you know what I mean, meeting, whatever, it's like, I feel like we fam, like.
It turned into something, that's right.
Come on this side, stay at the crib, you know what I'm saying? Like, stay at the house, you know what I mean? So, I really get a kick out of building relationships, bro, when I can. I can't do it for the whole world. I do it when I can, because I'm getting a little busier now. That's a good thing, too, but. And my time is very limited. You know what I mean? I'm all over the place and I'm trying to take care of a lot of things. So I really won't be able to attend to everybody, unfortunately, but the love is still there. But when I'm able to do it,
you do it. Get it done.
You know what I mean? So to go back to your question, man, like I feel like it's a personal duty and accomplishment myself. You know what I mean? When I'm able to contribute a small amount to, you know what I mean, through my craft to the situation. Yeah, like it's I don't know. I just feel like I'll be doing myself a disservice if I didn't do it. You know what I mean? Or the world, whatever. So I don't have no real answer. I just that's just my small give back to these situations.
That's you know what? That's the hood way. You know, when you grow up, a lot of people don't realize that when you grow up in the hood and you experience a level of success. You know, many people invest in actually giving back to the hood. There's a misconception that people just leave the hood, they don't look back. But in various different ways, people have their contributions or ways they give back. So I looked at that and I was like, damn, like, yo, he's doing some really good work, you know. Whereas I know there are other people who probably be like, oh, you know what, I'm popping right now. I'll get around to that. Those are the pieces that's on the later. Side.
Don't worry about it.
When I look at your catalog, and I'm looking at Instagram, I'm like, yo, I see a lot of pieces that really represent the struggles that that people are currently consumed with.
Right, like the Ali one with the joint on his mouth, out of this world.
Nah,
Have you done?
Bob.
Have you done a Bob one? Got my man right there, Bob.
Bob Marley, man,
Yes, sir.
It's a few people that I've paid numerous times, and Bob is definitely one of them.
One of them. I gotta find that one.
Yeah. I got some nice ones. I actually had a chance to meet his offsprings too, man. I got dope pictures. Actually, me, Raheem, Rohan. You can see his hand. You can see Rohan's hand is cut off, but you can see he rolling out, whatever.
Right.
Steven and Damien, all of us on the one picture on the tour bus, and that was right before Raheem and Damien did a song together. So that was dope. But I love Jamaica, man. I've been there like 6-7 times, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, me too.
My biological brother that I just lost in December. My big bro, man, he actually had locks down to his ankles. Like
condolences.
I'm married to an entire Caribbean family, brother. Love the culture, my dude.
Yeah,
for real, man.
And I'm from Jamaica, Queens, so you know.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's how it worked. What was the first piece? The very first piece you did that put you over the top. And how was it doing your first the piece with Raheem DeVaughn?
The very first piece that put me on the top, that's a good one. That's the hard one too. I will say, on record, it has to be the Love Experience album cover. You know, that was well, even before the album cover, I think we put the singles out. The Until, Guess Who Loves You More, which I did the covers of those too. So I would definitely say, yeah, I would give that. I think I would give it to that. Like that was on a major, because you know at the time he was signed to Jive Records, so that was new for all of us. You know, him being signed and then being
new artists, everything was new about that project.
Yeah, like that was the good record days. Like I remember his album release. He was at this club called Saint on 14th Street in DC.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like how you see it, man. It was like a bar, a club, whatever. But they had all these bottles of champagne and everything paid for by the label, which probably came out of his budget.
No doubt. Setting the stage.
It was a real like record situation. You know what I mean? So, I will say definitely Love Experience, man. The album was very important to me. I was working on that album with my good friend Daniel Hastings, who's an incredible photographer, artist. And if you don't know him, you definitely know his work. He's responsible for all the album covers. The I Am for Nas, he did Jodeci, he did Only Built for Cuban Links. Like, you know what I mean? So you got the words, the lettering, like the Cuban Links, it's the same thing as how he had it for Raheem, whatever. And what his style was, he used to take like 2 or 3 different letters and make them different fonts to make up one letter. So you might lowercase e, big E, so that's the E. You know, so that's the style. He just had a dope show in LA last year. But
we interviewed Willie Esco, the clothing designer, Willie Esco, and Willie Esco was telling us about how he worked with him on a lot of the different things.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh yeah, shout out to Daniel, man, incredible artist. Bad fact, we was working on his album. We was working on Raheem album, right? It was me and Danny in the job office, right? Right before we started working on it, we walked around the corner. This after the office was closed. Everybody was gone. We walked around the corner, went to like a little bodega or something. He picked up a 6-pack or 4-pack. I forgot how they come though. But the Saperos, the Japanese beer.
Yeah. Probably 4-pack.
Yeah, we had a pack of those, right? So we walked back to the office, Jive Records, right? So we upstairs, we working on a computer, and he's uploading my image and working around with it. Right next to us is a lady, and she's working on the album too. So she's like, "Hey guys, how does it look right here?" We like, "Oh, that's dope." She said, "Yeah, this new artist wants a graffiti feel to his album packaging and things like that." Guess who that new artist was?
On Jive?
Yeah.
KRS.
No, it was after.
Was
KRS.
after that Jive.
It was a hip hop artist.
It's gonna be
Justin Timberlake. Is he on Jive too?
Kind of close.
I almost got it.
They two different people, but like, nah, it was Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
Oh, that's right. His first
joint. Yeah, now you can bring it back.
Yeah, and it's funny because Chris is an extremely dope artist, man. You know.
Yeah, I've seen his work.
Yeah, he's dope, man. We have yet to collab on something dope, you know what I mean, in due time. But I got this one video. We was at Stadium Nightclub in DC, right? So it's Chris and Wale walking out when they both see me. Like, oh, Piekaso, what up, what up, what up? So Chris, you know, he talking in the video, whatever, and then Wale coming, he jump in the video, whatever. So Chris was like, shout out to my man Piekaso. I'm nice, but this nigga ill, whatever, you know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? But
that's right.
Definitely happy for his success, man. He done went to a whole nother plateau, man. And you know, with some many more. You know, I look forward to that collab, Chris. You see this interview right here, man. We gotta get it in one day, bro. Yeah. That's
right. I hope you see this interview, Chris.
Are you you're currently doing something with Omari too, right? Omari Hardwick?
Yep, that's my brother, man. Yeah. Shout out to Omari, man. Through Omari, that's how Power found who I was. Right. So they actually commissioned me to do 6 images for their album, their premiere, their press release for their last season. So they had my images and they made it a package that they sent out only to their VIP people. It was dope because they had 6 images and they identified with each of the scenes, each of the seasons. Like the first season was when Annie got out of jail when Ghost had opened up Truth. And then the second one was when Ghost was in Miami. And he came back and got kicked out.
The roller girl and
so you know, so I had the whole collection, but they sent out each person that they sent the package to, they might have only got 1 or some got 2, and then only a few got the whole collection. Like of course 50 got the whole collection. Me, myself, Omari. So you know, definitely shout out to man. We got this thing together called Omari Piekaso, where we pay homage to a lot of fallen victims as well. So he's the words behind my art, and I'm the art behind his words. And we mesh it together and to you know, tell a story or pay homage to the person.
Yeah, it's dope.
We're gonna start a new series soon. We'll probably make that announcement probably like next week, whatever. But also Omari is a dope poet / MC, I guess. You know what I mean? Like,
I've heard that he does music too.
He's nice. Like, you know what I mean? He got an album that's coming out soon. I don't want to say the name or the date, whatever, because you know they ain't released it yet. But I would tell you, man, he got a lot of songs with a lot of different features, man, with a lot of like people that we love and respect right now. You know what I mean? Like it's an official joint. So be on the lookout for that, man. I hope a lot of people get a chance to embrace him as an artist too, because at the end of the day, we just all artists. Like y'all artists, you know what I mean? So it's not really to put somebody in one box. Like, oh, you're an actor, you can't rap, or vice versa. Nah, it's art.
Talent is talent.
Talent is talent, baby. Use it. You got it. Excuse me.
Do you in this day and age? I wonder, is it necessary? Because we you know, it's a digital age. Is it necessary to have a gallery at this point, or is your gallery essentially your social media?
I would say both, but I know I had to make it work for myself. Like I'm the type of like I got a virtual gallery right now, as people know. You know what I mean? And I also got a gallery in Miami, off the strip from my brother Big Teach from World Famous House of Mac. So he has a incredible, beautiful restaurant. He has a few of them actually, but the one in Wynwood, he has 2 sides which he opened up. But one side was just solely used for the gallery part for Art Basel. Now it's open up to the bigger part of the restaurant. But I still have a good presence there. So I always tell people, and I always give the disclaimer too. Like I have a gallery, but I like to tell them exactly what it is. My bro Big Teach, whose restaurant is World Famous House of Mac, he opened the doors for me and my art, and it lives there now. And I got a big Malcolm X piece out of fabric hanging up on the wall there as well. So
wow,
that's pretty dope. Yeah.
Yo, how do you frame the fabric joints? Like, what do you have? You have to lay how do you do that? How do you frame that?
That one, man, that one was like moving forward. I was just doing them, so now I know how to do it before I even start. I have an idea, but you gotta think. When I did the Malcolm X piece, I just did it with the intent of just putting the clothes down, making it happen for picture purposes. And when I decided that I was gonna make it permanent, I had to figure out how to put them together. Like I had to bring it out. So I'm talking about like one by one. I had to put like an adhesive between the fabric and the clothes to make it stick. So eventually I had the whole, it was crazy, bro. It was crazy. And I'm gonna tell you what made me do the clothes, because I had posted a picture of Malcolm X, I think back to back. It was probably the day that they were celebrating it was the 30th when the movie came out. Is it 30 years?
Yeah, it's almost 30 years from Spike Lee's movie.
Yeah, it was they were celebrating something. So I actually did a new piece of Malcolm, and then I had the piece of the clothing. So it was online. People seen it, like it on Instagram. It kind of went a little viral, a little bit, whatever. But I see the eye emojis from Spike Lee. I'm like, oh, it's crazy. Spike's in the joint, right? You know, he was like, eye emoji. Then another comment, how much, right? And then another comment, down. Yo, how much? So I'm looking at the comment and I'm thinking about how he be talking and you know what I'm saying? So he's like,
come on, man.
Yeah. So then I get an email from Spike. Yo, how much, right? I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? I said, yo, it's a pleasure. I said, yo, that joint is X, Y, and Z, right? I gave a number. But I gave a real honest number based on how big it was. But I don't think he knew how big it was for real. You know what I mean? So I didn't really hear back from Spike since. No, I understand. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no shade to Spike. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
But in his eyes, you know, Spike Lee, you know what I'm saying? So he loved Malcolm X. I'm sure he's seen a lot of dope ones that he loved too. So I don't think he knew what it really was because you couldn't scale it. So this
you should do one of Spike Lee.
I know, right? Yeah.
if you haven't done one.
Yeah. No, I'd be dope with the glasses and everything, right?
Yeah, son.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. And when I do it, you're gonna know it came from this conversation. All right. So
there you go, brother.
If I happen to like forget and make a post, like I did it, and I don't say our name or not, please, yo, bro, I'm like, oh shoot, I'm gonna edit the comments. It came from here.
Yo, but let's piggyback on that. Who haven't you done that you would like to do, or you are working on?
What, the clothing thing?
The clothing, the art, yeah, that in particular.
Man, at this point, bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. My man told me, he said, yo, man, you got a picture with everybody. Only person you ain't got a picture with right now is Jesus. I'm like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I will say, man, like, that I think that's my thing. I think that's why somebody gave me the name the Curator to the culture. And I really stand behind that, and I'm honored to have that name from somebody.
Fits.
But I will say, man, like, I don't think that there's another artist or person who has the same caliber of resume as me. And I'm saying this in the most respectful way.
Yes, sir.
Again, I know plenty of artists that's incredible. I'm talking about young, older than me, whatever, incredible. Like, I'm talking about amazing. I think my claim to fame is my resume. Like, I don't think
you in your own lane.
Somebody could pull out a portfolio and have Jay-Z or to Jay Leno,
right,
Nicki Minaj to Aretha Franklin.
Right. Look at that. That range alone.
Man, I want to go this Yo-Yo to Philando Castile mom. You know, in that lane too.
Right.
Really,
social conscious.
And the thing is, I've been around a few people like Rakim, actually, who said himself, and Anthony too, in particular. Both of them be like, yo, Piekaso. They both told me this before too. So I'm saying this, and they could vouch for that too. They both told me like, yo, Piekaso, yo, who else? Like what? Like, yo, who else is doing what you're doing? I'm like, no. So and I say this, and I think they look at it not because of my paintings. Like, yeah, I might be nice and that. I might, you know what I mean? I might do my thing, but I think the overall package, you know what I mean? It's almost like the NBA Jams profile when you build your basketball player. Like, nice 3 points, they can't steal, or that player that got all them bars up, like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So hopefully I fit in that category where I'm kind of like all around.
Touched every base you could, right?
Busy like a LeBron or something like that, right? So, but nah, Rob was like, yo, who else? Like, who else is doing what you're doing? So I'm sharing this with you all because that means a lot to me. You're looking at the God MC, then you're looking at a Grammy award-winning artist, too, like Anthony Hamilton, who's saying the same thing. So in our world, these are the kings and queens right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like these people are our kings and queens.
Yeah.
So if they asking me,
they're the hierarchy.
Yeah. So if they ask me who else, that means in their eyes, I'm their person.
Right. That's what they look up to. Right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
they look towards you for great art.
Yeah, I'm their person. So when you ask me like, who would I like to do some stuff for or haven't, it's kind of hard to name somebody because anybody you name for the most part, I've really done rub shoulders with, whether they know who I am right now or not, whether they, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I did my part and got something to them. So now when, you know, if God want me to go to the next level and Demont Pinder really becomes a real crazy name, now they can be like, oh, yo, that's that, yo, what that shirt you got in DC? Oh, that's that same dude. Now they can be scrambling, going to their closet like, yo, I ain't realize. I got, you know, my man told me, my man Rob Hill is a dope, abstract, fine artist, right? His style is dope, real clean, right? He said, yo, bro, you realize, man, you done so much, man. He said, yo, you done bless people with houses. Like, everybody that got a piece for you, pretty much, like, you gave them a house. Like, wow. He said, nah, for real. You put kids to college. They might not know it now, but you gave out, you know how many houses you gave out? Like, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I need to give myself a house. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I've been through the industry a lot in a long time, bro. I've met a lot of people, man. A lot of people have a peace of mind in their space, or they might have got something from me that day and gave it right to some girl they was dealing with, some points or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I did my part. Here you go. 90% of the time, I got the picture to document it and so on. But now when I see people now, it is a little different. You know what I mean? Like I feel like, you know, I'm kind of there a little bit. I still got a lot more work to do, but I feel like I made some noise. Where I can
your name is in the room.
Yes,
your name is in the room.
It's ringing. It's definitely ringing.
If a person wanted to purchase one of your pieces, where would they go to purchase it?
They can go to my Instagram, Demont Pinder. You know, I know people hate that, the real business people and things like that. Like, don't DM me. Everybody got their own preference, and I respect it. Me personally, right now, they can catch me where they can. I answer DMs. I conduct business that way because I got a website being built over again. I have one up right now, which is demontpinder.com, but I got a new one being built, and it's gonna be it should be pretty dope. You know what I mean? So that's gonna take a little time. So right now, you DM me. I'll try to get back to you as much as possible. Email me and my team. You know, it's organic. That word again. You know, you can just, when you see me, man, just holler at me. I'm real approachable. You know, somebody you know me. You can get in touch with me somehow if you really want some work. I just ask that they just don't. I hate to say don't waste my time, but time is right. If I give you my attention, I want to move forward on something because it's hard.
That's right.
Like I'm moving. Like I'm saying, and I block a lot of things out of my head. That's why I said earlier, man. This is like the first time I've been on time for something. But I really had a mental
appreciate it.
4 o'clock. You know, today I had to do this live, whatever. So and this time I definitely wanted to do. So you know, Demont Pinder, man. DemontPinder.com. Demont Pinder on Instagram. Demont Peekaso Pinder on Facebook. Or just call your friend, call your cousin, man. I'm sure they know me by now.
Before we let you go, Rob, did you have another question?
Yeah, I had. Shit, I want to keep going, son. This is kind of fun, son. Listen, man. Well, I feel inspired to know that I inspired you to now put Spike Lee on the map. So I'm looking for that. Yo, when I was in high school, because I did a lot of drawing too, and I have a small art background, but I was like in the 10th grade. I got accepted or invited to Cooper Union down on 14th Street, which is an art school for abstract art. I was wondering, did any schools ever reach out to you to do an exhibit or anything else, like for schools, anything like that nature?
Nah, not that I recall, but I did get accepted to I went to High Point High School in PG County. I did get accepted to go to Suitland. I had to go do a test. And Suitland's a famous school they famous for arts. A lot of great people came out of there as well.
Right.
But yeah, I was living across town, and I would have had to get up like 5 o'clock in the morning to go to high school. And I think my mother, she didn't really want that for me because it was so far away. And she was just making the decision based on how she felt, you know,
right,
trying to protect me and everything. But it's funny because if I'd have went there, I want to know like how my life would have turned out. The funny thing about it, if I'd have went there, I probably already became like an art major in school. I wouldn't have had this life that y'all know me from now. I would have had something else.
Different life, right?
So I wouldn't trade it for the world. You know, I definitely respect and appreciate my mom's decision to move down to Maryland and the school that I went to. You know, it made me who I am today. And if I had to do it over again, I would do it the same way. You know,
change is good, man. Change is good, bro.
And build it in a grassroots way. You know what I mean? Like I was saying, the relationships earlier, like tons. Like I don't know what it is, man. I guess I got that gift too, man. When people meet me, I give off a certain aura. Like you can let your guard down. I'm one less person you gotta worry about when you go around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like that's just not
who you are.
There's
people, giant, man.
There's people where we, you know, that's what they do. We probably need some people like that around us, whatever. But I'm not that one. I'm the one that you meet me, you probably invite me to your house an hour later, man. Like, yo, nah, come, like, and it's a real thing. You know what I mean? Like, I come from a humble background. My mom and my pops. You know what I'm saying? Like, my family, man. Like, we ain't the perfect family, but we came up on a struggle, man. We appreciate a lot of things now.
And you work hard.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But before we let you go, I was looking at like your last Instagram post, and I shared it with my wife because it made me laugh. Like the story about Solange and Beyonce.
Oh yeah.
Can you share that story for
All right, so yeah, that's dope. You on it. I just did that on the highway on my way here to this house right here. So shout out to Solange. Her birthday is today, the day after my mom's.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. So 1 year we had a tour. I can't remember the year, but it was Raheem was the headline, then Chrisette, then Solange, right? So it was just dope, just being on tour, you know. Matter of fact, I'm gonna share 2 stories with you. I'm gonna share 2. Let's do the Solange one. So, I think it was Kansas City. I'm gonna go through my post. It was Kansas City. We was at a show. You know, they warm the crowd up and things like that. Everybody chilling, listening to music, DJ, boom, boom. Solange's supposed to go up first. So I think we was backstage, we heard like a scream or something like that. We got word that it was Solange, and the daggone wrench. You know how you open up a door and you put like a
pop it. Yeah.
I don't know why they had it at the top instead of the bottom, but apparently they had it at the top, and maybe somebody might have hit the door, whatever. The joint fell and broke her toe.
Ooh.
Oh my God, man.
So toe.
So it was a little delay. I forgot how long it was, but it was a delay before the show started. Like, long story short, Solange ended up still performing. She came out, they had a chair for her, and she just, you know, still was dressed fly and everything. She was just sitting there the whole time performing, you know what I mean? She told people what happened, I think. But then after that, throughout the rest of the tour, she did her tour the same way. So shout out to her for that dedication, man. Still wanted to perform for her fans, even though she was in pain.
Right.
So throughout the tour, you know, anytime you go on tour with somebody, man, y'all just become like it's either y'all don't rock with each other or y'all do. So it's gonna be family or enemies. This part, it was family. You know what I mean? We used to see each other every day. What's up, son? You know what I mean? Give a little hug, whatever. Keep it moving. See her son. One time I did a picture of her son, Jules, and I surprised him with it. And I think we was in California. I think we was in Anaheim, the Disney or something like that. We was at one of the venues or something. I'm backstage chilling. Raheem and them, they doing sound check, and Solange and them. Raheem's about to get off the band. They about to get off, and I'm sitting backstage chilling. Solange and her entourage walks past me. I'm sitting on the speaker. I think I was probably on the phone or whatever. But when I see her, what's up, Solange? What's up, Demont? And then she said, Jules, say, tell Mr. Demont, thank you. He the one that painted the picture. He's always thank you. You know what I'm saying? So right now he grown now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just funny. I haven't seen him since then, but
since then, wow.
If I ever see him again now I can share that story with him, and he'll probably remember. And then also, Solange, she know what I'm talking about, you know what I mean? But it was just dope, man, seeing her like, that's Beyonce's sister, man. That's crazy. And she's her own talent. Like, you know what I mean?
That's right. She's her own person. That's right.
Yeah, she's her own person. So when I say it's Beyonce, it's the real thing. I'm not saying it just as her only title. It's just that's Beyonce's sister. And when you see Beyonce, that's Solange's sister. You know what I'm saying?
Sister, that's right.
So that was dope. You know what I mean? Even Miss Tina, she was on tour with us too, a couple of shows. I got a chance to meet her. Real sweet lady. I met the dad one time, I think, in Dallas. So fast forward, we developed a friendship on tour and everything. We was cool. I got an invite to her birthday. I forgot what number it was. I don't know if it was the 21st, 23rd, 25th. I can't remember. It might have been like 23rd or something like that, whatever. But I got an invitation to a party, and it was in Hollywood, in the hills, at this fly mansion, right, overlooking Los Angeles and everything. So we there. I seen Clinton Portis there. DC was in the building. Fast forward. So Beyonce arrives at the party. Everybody, yo, Beyonce here. So we're like, oh, that's crazy, right? So I'm chilling. So y'all gonna make my way over there. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna just be across. I'm gonna present myself in the area. So if the opportunity presents itself in a respectful way, like I would like to meet Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Like I would like to meet Beyonce. So I'm chilling. At this point right now, Beyonce and Solange is in the middle of the dance floor. They dancing, showing each other love, sisterly love, whatever, boom, 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 whatever, right? So then at one point, I'm kind of close. Like everybody's in the room, whatever. I'm kind of close, whatever. So Solange sees me, whatever. Well, we seen each other earlier, but at that moment she sees me, whatever, and her and Beyonce talking. She said, I want to introduce Demont, whatever. He did the picture, boom, 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 whatever, right? Like, hey, how you doing, Beyonce? You know what I mean? Boom. I'm fast forwarding the conversation. So it wasn't long. It was kind of short, whatever. But supposed to be. She had a soft voice. Hey, how you doing? So I was like, all right. Should I ask her? I said, I said, B, you mind taking a picture? She said, sure. She takes. I forgot. I don't know if I had a camera phone or I had like a disposable. I don't know what it was, but she took whatever I had in my hand. Took a picture of me and Solange and gave the picture back. I said, oh, you know what? That was a good one. I can't even come back. I couldn't even be like, no.
Clean that up.
So I eat that one. So if I ever see Beyonce and share that story with her, she's going to crack up laughing. So that's my Beyonce story. Now, on the same tour, we was in New York. I forgot the name of the venue. But again, Solange go first, Chrisette, and then Raheem. So our room, this might be the first or second time I told this story on camera. I think I told it another time, but I'm gonna tell it again. It's funny. So our room, the way the venue is set up like the upstairs is shaped like a U. So the U, right?
Right.
So of course back here is the bar, and then down here is like the room, whatever. And then you overlooking the pit and the stage.
Okay.
It's almost like a smaller version of a 930 Club, if you ever been near in DC. So we chilling. We in our room. It's our room, and then you go through our room to Chrisette room, and then Chrisette room, you go down the stairs. Under that is Solange's room, and then the stage is right there. So that's how the thing is set up. So we chilling, you know what I mean? Solange performed already, Chrisette performed. Well, she's performing. We about to go on. So it's me, our manager at the time, V, two band members. I think it was Bob and Steve. And Raheem was sitting on the couch. So we chilling. Everybody chilling. Boom, boom. I'm doing what I do. Probably drinking a Heineken or something right there at the time. Getting ready for the show. Pre-game. The room is small too. The room is probably about 12 feet long and probably like 9 feet wide or something like that. It's a small room.
Yeah.
And then the furniture and the desk and everything kind of like makes it even smaller. So we chilling, Phil was in there, got the headphones on, different thing, boom, boom. The door open and door closed. I look, oh. And it was trying to be cool and everything. Jay walked in. So when Jay walked in, this is his RP to the security guard. I forgot his name. I think it's Steve though, but Steve passed away a couple of years ago. Jay was this tall. Steve was like
Wow.
Right.
Big dude, right? I think he was like Russian or something. Like, no joke looking dude, right? So anyway, Jay he walks in, right? So I'm chilling, boom, boom, door closed. Oh, Jay, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jay just walked in. So everybody quiet, nobody really saying nothing. So he walks through the room, and cause the reason why he came to our room, because remember, you go through our room, and you gotta get through our room. He had to go through our room to get to the set room.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it, whatever. So he walked through the room with everybody quiet. So he see Rod sitting on the couch. He said, "Rod, you ready?" But he said, "You ready?" Rod, like, yeah. He just gave him a dat, whatever. So as he walking through, about to walk through to like out of our room into cassette room, I was like, this is how I was talking to him. I was like, yo, Jay, you remember that? You remember that shirt I did for you? This is how I'm talking.
Right.
The blueprint joint. He was like now looking back,
Trying to figure it out.
Now looking back at the situation, he wasn't playing me. He was just saying that he don't remember. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he was like, yo, like. So then I had this book that I used to carry around. Like I said, it was like my Instagram. It was my actual personal Instagram. It was hard copies of photos with everybody. Boom, boom. I used to carry the book around. It was my resume. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I felt real confident. Like, yeah, I know I got the picture of me and him. So I'm going through the joint. He looking at it. I'm like, yo, yeah. So remember this picture right here? It was a picture of me, him holding up the shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, but only thing he was saying, I don't remember. He probably was waiting for me to tell him. Like, yeah. So what happened? So what I did was though, that was the breaking point for me. I'm like, I closed the book, whatever. I just looked, and then I went to the other side of the room. I just walked away. I walked to the other side of the room. I was picking out closet, like I was looking for something.
To pull it out.
And then I just left out the room, yo.
You thought he was trying to curve you.
Yeah, when I came back into the room, right? Like I had to go calm down for me. I went to the bar. So when I came back in the room, of course Jay was gone already. So when I came back, everybody in the room was clowning me, right? My band members. They was like, "Dang, Peekaso, you was all hell to the God, whatever, right?" So my thing was, I've done so many different things for a lot of different people, and I got a chance to meet them on multiple times. I really just wanted, yo, Jay, it's me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you about to see me perform with that. Like this, do you remember?
Right.
But I couldn't find the words fast enough to remind them. So that's why I was stuck with the, yo, it's the But anyway, when I came back in the room and we had a conversation later on, Raheem was like, he said, yo, I ain't gonna front, yo. Jay had everybody stuck, man. He said, you're the only person that just said something. You know what I mean? So
wow, you stepped up.
But that's my funny Jay, you know what I mean? He caught me off guard. If I would have saw Jay walking down like the club and knew he was gonna come inside, I'd have been way more prepared. But just imagine you getting ready for your show, the door closed. It's just like you
turn around, you see him.
Yeah.
It's almost like them Chinese movies when they talk in, you know what I mean? It's not matching. You know what I'm saying? Like
you was in the Matrix.
Yeah, so I'm like, yo, it's not matching, whatever. So that was dope. I got a chance to see him a couple of other times. It was still to a minimum, like our interaction. Like we was in the same space. Matter of fact, we was at Emory party. Shout out to Emory. Emory 40th, I believe, at Atlantic City 4040 Club. Beyonce was there too, and so I got a chance to see him on a different note, whatever. But yeah, that was my Jay story, man.
You know something? Probably in his defense, he probably have like people give him so many different things.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, that's my point though. That's what I was saying. He was just being real. I said, yo, do you remember? He was like, I don't remember.
I don't.
I could have just been like, okay, nah. This was he at the radio station. He'd be like, oh, all right, cool. He was giving me the time. He wasn't like playing me, whatever. But me, all the attention on me. I'm like, yo, Jay, you remember that shirt that the blueprint joint? He's like, and it's already quiet. You know what I'm saying? I'm sweating. You can hear Chrisette singing in the background downstairs. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of things going on. So, and when I pulled out the picture, I felt a little confident here. Okay, yeah. Matter of fact, here we go right here. Do you remember?
Jog your memory. Here, this is jog your memory.
Yeah, he's like.
Nah.
But yo, check this out. You know what's interesting about that though? If you think about it, like, so for you, that was probably like a moment, right? Like getting the photo and giving them the shirt and everything. Think about how many people now where you at probably have come up to you that probably give you things or talk to you about stuff. Like it's probably like role reversal now, right? Like there's no way possible you could probably remember like all the people that you come in contact with, right? So that helps you understand. Like I ain't gonna personalize it. Like, you know, for him, he probably experienced that. Like you probably experience it all day now.
Not all day. I got my fair little shit, you know what I mean? But I definitely I can relate to that. And the only bad thing about that is I'm a people's person. Like if I see you, if I see you first, I'm gonna speak to you first. There ain't no I see I'm gonna wait. You know, I'm not that type of person. Like if I see you and I feel comfortable enough, I'm gonna be like, yo, what up?
I'm agreed.
One time, 100 times.
Yeah.
Now I do meet a lot of people, so it might be somebody in the building. I'm like, yo, Piekaso, what's going on? Like I might walk right past them. I don't realize I know him. Ain't no screw face, and I just walk. You know what I mean? Yo, Piekaso, what's up? Yo, what up? I don't want it to seem like it's fake, but I really didn't know that I knew you. You know what I'm saying? But I'll give you all the I'm gonna give you all the love. If I known I knew who you was, I would even say what's up before you even said what's up to me.
Yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't put a name with the face or vice versa, whatever. You know what I mean? So that's the only downside to being a public figure or becoming a little bit more popular than you was, or your name getting a little more bigger. Like you exposed to that many more people, and then it be situations where I'm somewhere, yo, Piekaso, what up? Yo, what up? Give him love. Yo, man, I follow you on Instagram. Man. I like, oh, what's up, man? What's good? I don't know you from nowhere, but I'm thinking that we met before. No, we never met, but you follow me and you love my work, whatever. But I'm still gonna embrace you the same way. So
that's dope.
If I ever walk past anybody, and it's not because I'm being funny, it's because I probably didn't realize that I knew you. I might have met you 1 or 2 times, and you probably got a full beard now. I'm not gonna know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. That's a fact.
It's crazy. Yeah. People change every day, so that's just a disclaimer, though.
That happens in life, man. There's people that I know. They be like, "Yo, Rob, yo, Master." Like, yo, where I know you from? Like, damn.
Yeah. That's
just don't get it.
But thank you again for agreeing to come on.
Thank you, bro. It's a pleasure meeting you, man.
It's a great interview.
It was a pleasure, bro. It was a pleasure, man.
Really appreciate
it. Enjoyed myself.
That's